Hello and welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen and today I'm going to be doing a remake of one of my more popular bars called Goat Milk Berry Glow. And I'll tell you why it's named that. It's because of some of the ingredients I put in there for a glowy skin. And the berry comes in the fragrance I'm using, which is Love You Berry Much from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Oh, this smells juicy and berries and yum. So that's going to be the fragrance. The glow, the berry glow part comes from the ingredients. So obviously this is a goat milk soap, and I wrote down some bullet notes of some of the benefits of goat milk. I think most people know that goat milk is just wonderful for your skin. So here is, I just printed this off really quick. Goat milk is a gentle cleanser. It's rich in fatty acids that can help support a healthy skin barrier and keep skin nourished and moisturized. So it's a moisturizer. Goat milk does contain alpha hydroxy acids such as lactic acid, which help remove dead skin cells from the surface of your skin. So all that good stuff. So some of the other things going in this soap for the glow is it's going to have activated charcoal, which has wonderful skin benefits, and Australian red reef clay, which is really hard to find right now. I'm going to try and find a up-to-date link and put it down below. I got this a while ago and I've had trouble finding it, but I will try to find a good link for Australian red reef clay and leave it down below because it's so wonderful. It's not only gorgeous in color. Let me tell you a couple of the things about Australian red reef clay. It is high in iron. That's a lot of the richness in the color comes from the high iron content. A lot of essential minerals. They help replenish and regenerate the epidermis of the skin, and it creates a soft, healthy glowiness to your skin. So that's part of the glow in the soap. And then the activated charcoal, I wrote down just a couple of bullet notes for that. Activated charcoal is a toxin puller. Internally and externally, and it inhibits bacteria and fungus. It helps speed up the healing process from acne and skin disorders like eczema and psoriasis. So it's very healing on your skin. It's also antibacterial, antifungal, pore cleansing, impurity fighting, and exfoliating. So those are just some of the ingredients going in this wonderful bar of soap today. And this is a remake. I love this soap. I sell out fast every time I make it, so I got to get making some more. So I'm going to get everything pulled together, get my goat milk prepped for this wonderful berry glow bar, and let's make some soap. All right, I've got my base oils and butters melted and cooling, and I've got my colloidal oats and kaolin clay in everything here. I'm going to get these blended in and let them absorb into the liquid. And then off to the side, I have my charcoal for the base already in a big pot, and then I have my red reef clay ready to go. So I'm going to get these blended in. I will also add my fragrant oil in here and let it anchor in before we get moving on to our goat milk lye solution. All right, we're ready to move forward with the goat milk lye solution here, which does have cane sugar, tussa silk fibers, and some sodium lactate. That's what's going on in there. I've got my little sieve here to run through, make sure I don't have any chunks. And I just wanted to read the scent description for this Love You Berry Much because it smells so pretty and juicy. So this says sweet citrus and sliced apple are enhanced with notes of wild raspberry, juicy strawberries, fresh blueberries, and whipped musk. So that's how they're describing it. I just think it smells great. So it's just such a pretty and juicy smell. I'm tickled with it. So it says that it does not cause any acceleration or ricing, but it will discolor to a light tan, and that's fine because of the red reef clay and the charcoal. Those are dark colors anyway, so if the uncolored portion is a ivory tone or a tan tone, I don't think that's going to look bad at all. In fact, I think it'll look just beautiful. So just mild discoloration. It has a very low vanillin content, which is fine. So just run my lye through the sieve, make sure there's no lye lint or little butterfat pieces from the goat milk or any of that. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And I will just get this hand stirred in to emulsion and we'll get going. I'll stick blend my charcoal to get a nice trace on it for our bottom layer. for the base. And I want a nice amount because charcoal is so good for you. I want it to be a good portion of this. I think that looks good. And I'll go ahead and pour off my Australian red reef clay here for my swirl. All right, let's get the stick blender in here and get this up to a nice medium trace. So it's the next day, and let's get into this wonderful berry glow with all those great ingredients. I did come in this morning and steam the top, and that's why it has this nice shiny sheen to it. It didn't have soda ash, but it was just dull. So that is a steamed top there. And I don't know if you'd like me to bring you along when I steam every one of these. Sometimes I feel like I repeat myself, so I did it off camera. But if you like watching the steaming of the tops, let me know, and I'll add that footage in if I, need to. Anyway, I can't wait to see how that swirls and everything came out. I just love this color combo, the red and the black. It's something so pretty. So let's get this log split and get inside. Get into these and see how that in the pot swirl came out with the charcoal on the bottom. I just love the color combo. That Australian red reef clay is so it's such a rich color, and there's the uncolored ivory part, and it may darken up a little, but I'm not seeing a rim around here, so I think it's probably just going to hold. But even if it does get a little more cream colored, I think it's gorgeous. Very happy with these. right, it's been a while since I've talked through my stamping system here, so I'm going to just show you what I do. I have the edges on all my soaps are beveled now, and so I'm going to line them up here and stamp. And what I do is my stamp is from Hungary, a guy I found on Etsy. His name is Gabor, and he's at Digital to Create. There's a link in the description box below for where I bought my stamp. And I'm not affiliated with him, but I think he did a great job. So that's where I got my stamp. I spritz it with isopropyl alcohol. This is 91% alcohol that I just put in a sprayer bottle. And that just helps release the stamp from the soap, a nice clean, and then it makes the soap wet, but it will evaporate off. So I just line it up and take my rubber mallet that I got at Harbor Freight. You can get it anywhere, hardware store, Walmart. Okay, so I'll show you. It's wet, so just wipe that off, and it makes a nice, crisp impression. And I can usually get a couple of stamps out of one spritz with the alcohol. This will evaporate and dry very quickly. Doesn't affect the soap at all. So I just go along here and do one whack and kind of test it and see how soft. Some soaps are softer than others. Some soaps are harder. This is 24 hours. I made this soap yesterday, unmolded it a few hours ago, and let each bar kind of air dry. So this is about 24 hours old when I come in and stamp, typically. Once in a while, if I'm using like a pumpkin bar or an avocado bar with a vegetable or fruit puree, the soap will be a little softer, and I might even wait 48 hours before I stamp. It just depends. So it's not 100%, but typically I can come in 24 hours and do this. And again, it just makes a nice crisp impression. And I'm just tickled with this stamp that I got. You send him your JPEG file or something with your logo, and he'll create a stamp. And this is specifically for soap, so it has a little bit higher rise on the lip here. It's not a rubber stamp, it's hard. That's a hard resin mounted on a wood block. So this is specifically made for soap stamping. You wouldn't be able to get a crisp impression with a rubber stamp, I don't think.